We are writing linear equations, and we want to understand the concept of rate of change. So here we have an example. The U.S. annual per capita consumption of broccoli was 3.1 pounds in 1990. By 2014, this amount had risen to 5.5 pounds. Okay, so it's just some information there. Find the average rate of change in the consumption of broccoli from 1990 to 2014. So average rate of change, another way to think about average rate of change is to say slope. And so when we're thinking about slope, we know slope is represented by m, and we want the equation, we want to make sure we remember our negative signs, and we can say y2, x2, y1, x1. So in order to use that equation, we have to have some ordered pairs. So right here we have 3.1 pounds in 1990. And we're going to have to come up with the ordered pair. Usually time is represented by our x value. We could put down 1990 as the x value, but then that's going to make our equation kind of tough to work with. Or we can kind of pick where to start from. So in this case, we're going to say that 1990 is 0. So if 1990 is 0, then 2014, how much away from 1990 is 2014? That's 24. So those will be the coordinates that we use. So 0, comma, 3.1. That's broccoli in 1990. And then 24, comma, 5.5. And those numbers will be a little bit easier to work with when we're using them to calculate our slope. So we're doing problem A right now. So we can pick which one we want, and then we can substitute the values in. So this is going to be equal to 5.5. Let's keep our minus signs in there. 5.5 over 24 and 3.1 over 0. And that is going to be equal to 24, positive 24 over 2.4. And that is going to reduce to 0.1. So that's our slope right there is 0.1, or average rate of change. So we go to B. Write the linear model. Let X represent the number of years since 1990. Well, that's nice because we already set the 1990 equal to the starting point, which would be 0. And so we already have our y-intercept, 0, comma, b. So if we're trying to write the linear form, we have y equals mx plus b. Well, we just calculated m right here, so that's equal to m. And this is our y-intercept. So we have the equation made already. So we can write this as y equals m, which is 0.1, x, and then plus 3.1. So there's our equation. Last thing, use it to predict the consumption in 2025. So how many years since 1990? That's going to be 35. So we want to calculate when x is 35, what is our y value going to be? So y equals m is 0.1, 35 plus 3.1. And what we get is y